On TYT, many times we've returned to this phenomenon where for a strong conservative, empathy seems to only come as the result of a policy, an issue directly impacting that person. There's no like preemptive empathy, the concern for another person's suffering. It has to affect you for you to understand that. And we have another example of it where this person ends up, a former Republican congressman, ends up being on the right side of an issue, but only because of his own experience. This is a former Republican representative, Jolly, and you're gonna see his comments right here.
And I'm a tale of two patients. Prior to Congress, I lost my doctor. I lost my plan under Obamacare, and it was part by subsidizing those who needed additional coverage. But Lawrence, I'm going to share something with you and the American people tonight that most people probably don't know. Here's the other patient that David Jolly is. On January 4th, I was a former member of Congress, unemployed with no health insurance and a pre-existing condition. And while I ultimately chose a private sector plan, I also knew in 2017 Obamacare provided an exchange that was a safety net that wasn't there before. And to be honest with you, if I had had to rely on it, I knew it was there. And that's why the politics of Obamacare in 2017 are different than 2013. I lost my doctor and I lost my plan in 2013, and I was angry about Obamacare and I ran for Congress. But in 2017, as an unemployed person with a pre-existing condition, I knew Obamacare was there as a safety net if my wife and I needed it.
Is he not merciful? Now.
So there's a couple of angles to this. They all seem much more reasonable after they're out of office.
They do, yeah.
And there's a lot of Republican former congressmen and senators who will say, you know what? Turns out the money in politics is really corrupting. Of course, how come you never said that while you were in office? Well, we know why. And as of course is the same Rick Santorum phenomenon where he said you should be capping malpractice lawsuits at $250,000. His wife then had a back operation that didn't go well. He sued for $500,000. They're like, that's twice your own cap. He said, yeah, but that's my wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Dave Jolly going, yeah, but I had a pre-existing condition and I was unemployed. Now, but two buts that go in slightly different directions here. I know Dave Jolly's record pretty well because I moderated a debate between him and Alan Grayson for the Florida Senate seat recently. Actually, neither one of them won. That's usually how it goes when I moderate a debate.
Cenk, Uygur, angel of death.
Actually, here in California, I moderated a debate between 12 different people for a congressional seat, and none of them won.
Anyway. That's some sort of Guinness record, I think.
I think so. Anyway, so he is slightly more moderate Republican. So you know me, I think there are almost no moderate Republicans in the country. But Jolly is slightly more moderate, and he has also complained about the dialing for dollars, and in fact, he partly left office because I'm so tired of calling donors and begging them nonstop. It's like 50 to 70% of your job. So you do have to give him credit for that, and here he is being slightly reasonable again. And then the final part of it is, look, politicians will be politicians. As I saw that, I thought, well, this is good. That's positive that he's admitting that. Plus, it sounds like he might run as a Democrat soon.
Theoretically, yeah.
Right? No, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes you get back in the game by doing these kind of things. And he's also said that Trump should be out of office, etc. And I'm like, which purple district are you gonna flip and run as a Democrat on? I'm just curious.
I'm going in a slightly different direction. I do think that his career is what's on his mind theoretically, but I think he sees an opportunity in media. I mean, I saw that guy on Bill Maher. I think being the Republican who seems sort of moderate, he's still a Republican, hated Obamacare, but he doesn't like Trump, and now he seems reasonable, says interesting things. I think that could get him on the news a couple times.
That is another great point. I mean, you want to get a job. Right now, there is no better way to get a job in media than being an anti-Trump Republican.
Yeah.
Oh, they love you. What do you get for Young Turks membership? It's a mystery. Only one way to find out. TYTnetwork.com/join.